Hey Cancer, Elsie here. Thank you for coming back to my channel. So it looks like we're going to be doing things a little bit different. I'm going to be carrying on with the same 9-card reading that we were doing before. But what I'm going to do this time is I've got my mic set up. I got a Blue Yeti mic, and I'm hoping that that's going to help with some of the sound, because some of you were saying now that I have the camera further away that it is a little bit harder to hear me. So I've heard you, and thank you so much for your feedback, and hopefully this is going to work for us. So what I'm here to do is a reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the sign of Cancer. It's for the first half of June, and I know that I'm late. It is what it is, you guys. I come here and I give you readings whenever I can give you readings. So here I am. And so what I'm going to do today is, first things first, I'm going to use my fairy tarot, and that is going to be for the overall energy of the reading. And then I am going to use a new deck that I just got. It's called the Moon Child Tarot. It's beautiful. Got it from my BFF. And then I'm going to clarify with steampunk. So we're doing now a 9-card draw, and please forgive the hair. It was a beach day. Well, it's not quite warm enough for us to head out to the beach, and right now I think the beaches are kind of all closed here, but we did go down to the beach and we did stick our feet in the water, and it was beautiful and wonderful, and walk through the sand. So it was kind of nice. So excuse that, I got a little bit of sun. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm here to do for you today. So what we're going to do is, some of you are saying, hey, where's your face? Some of you are saying, hey, I just want to see your hands. I want to see the table. So here's my face, if you've been asking for it. Thank you for asking for it. But what I'm going to do is, after I finish blah-blahing you here, I'm going to turn the camera down so you can see the table. And we're going to do the reading that way. We're going to see how that works. All right. And so I am starting with the Fairy Tarot deck by Doreen Virtue. And I'm going to ask my angels and guides, spirits, Spirit, if I could have Archangel Michael, Archangel Chamuel, please help me with understanding and guidance in this reading. I just need one overall card, please, for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Cancer. One card, please. Ooh, look at that. All right. The Nine of Spring is what we've come up with. And the Nine of Spring says, protect the fruits of your labor. Prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead. Environmental conservation. Aren't we all doing environmental conservation lately? We're all inside, not really doing anything outside. But the Nine of Spring is the Nine of protect the fruits of your labor. I think this is the Nine of Pentacles, if I'm not mistaken. If I am, somebody can correct me, but I believe the Nine of Spring is the Nine of Pentacles. All right, so overall energy is to protect the fruits of your labors. So that tells me that it's Nine of Pentacles because it's talking about work. And now I'm going to say a blessing. I'm going to pull this camera down, and we're going to go with the reading that way. So I hope it works. There we go. And that's what we have here. So, if I could please have Archangel Michael, Archangel Chamuel, I do need your help with guidance and understanding for this reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the sign of Cancer, please. And if I could also have gods and goddesses, holders of the pure white light, if you can please bless me. Bless me that I will be safe as I open up a channel with Spirit. Spirit, thank you so much for your blessings and for this beautiful gift you've given me to share with my Cancer friends today all over the world. Just please remember that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with all of you. If it doesn't resonate with you, please check your moon and your rising sign. If you're unsure of what that is, please go to my page, click on About, and at the bottom of the page you will see a link there for Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right, so I'm just going to cut these. All right. If I could have 9 cards, please, for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. All right, so we've got 2. Can you see those? I'm hoping that this is going to work. Okay, there's 2. I suppose it could be there, right? Good, okay. There we go. I've got one sticking out here, so I'm just going to take that one. King of Swords in the reverse. So far out here we've got the 4 of Wands in the reverse. We've got the Knight of Swords in the upright, and we've got the King of Swords in the reverse. And we need 6 more cards, please. 6 more cards. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter for the sign of Cancer. And that's for the first half of June 2020, please. First half of June for Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. All right, let's see what we've got here. All right, gotta get them a little higher here, guys. Sorry. I will pull them up so you can see them as well. All right, 2 more cards, please. 2 more cards. Please let me know if the sound is good, if it's louder than usual. I only had one person actually talk about how quiet this sound is, so I'm hoping that this is going to make a good change. I wonder if all of you guys are just being too polite and you just couldn't hear me. I've got the 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. There we go. Got one more. And it is the Page of Cups in the upright. All right, what energy are we dealing with at the bottom of the deck? Jeez, I've boxed everything here, guys. Hang on. There we go. All right. Bottom of the deck, we are looking at the Queen of Wands. Beautiful depiction. So Queen of Wands, right? Someone who is very good with business, someone who is very confident, someone who is also very good with knowing what she wants and reaching out and grabbing it. That's what the Queen of Wands is. She's very fiery. She's very passionate. She is either Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, and she is the person really who is in business, and she is someone who knows what she wants, and she will reach out and grab it. She doesn't really need anybody to help her with that. She's really self-sufficient. She may choose a mate, but she doesn't really need one. So, okay, so as I've got the cards laying out here, this is past, present, future. We can also read them this way, past, present, future. So I'm going to sort of go all around the bend here, but the first place I like to start is at the heart of the matter. So the first card that we've got here, coming out at the very heart of the matter, is the 8 of Cups. And that tells me that you are walking away from something, not necessarily just walking away from something, but you're also walking towards something. So yes, you are walking away from things that no longer serve you, but you are walking towards something that does serve you. So you're leaving the 8 behind in order to go find the 2. The 2 of Cups is love in the tarot, right? So I feel as though, Cancer, that maybe you are the person who is... I don't know, Cancer, I don't feel as though you're the kind of person who commits. I guess that's not true for all Cancers. It would depend on your major placements. But I feel as though you do want something that is similar to love. You do want something that's similar to love here, but you're not necessarily in it for a relationship, but I think you just want a person, you know, a +1, someone you can hang with, someone who is fun, you know, someone who, you know, may treat you as though they love you, is kind, opens door, that kind of thing, you know, if that's what you're into. But the 8 of Cups to me is, yeah, walking away from things that don't work for you anymore and going out and finding your 2 of Cups, your happiness. All right, let me take a look here. Okay. I feel as though there is... Oh, wow. Okay, so we have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is in the reverse, and this is the minor arcana card for marriage, right? For marriage or a solid relationship, something that is dependable and solid, something, it doesn't necessarily have to indicate marriage. It could, but you can see that these two people really like each other. They're really a lot in like. You're looking at it that way. And, if you're looking at it upright, you see 1111 here, right? So it is about connections and communications, which are good, that you are looking for someone who is really a good communicator, and someone who is very stable in their own life. So you're looking to build some sort of, I hesitate to say a friend with benefits, but I feel as though that it would be more of a union, that you would consider yourselves, boyfriend and girlfriend, probably. But I feel like this being in the reverse tells me that you're not interested in being married, that you're just interested in having, someone that you can go into here, the Knight of Swords, someone that you can just, call on the fly and say, hey, can I take you out? Can we go for a cup of coffee? Can we go for dinner? Do you want to go for a drive? That kind of person. And the Knight of Swords tells me that there's not a whole lot of planning. So you two are not doing really any future planning together, but you are getting together once in a while and enjoying each other, whether that be a movie or dinner or whatever it is that you two like to do together. So the King of Swords is here, and the King of Swords is in the reverse. So that tells me that, again, this is communication, but when the King of Swords is in the reverse, he's kind of closed off. He's not really talking. He is someone who, he is all about public speaking. He is usually someone who is very good at what he does as a lawyer, or someone who's higher up in his corporation. But when the King of Swords is in the reverse, he's really not saying much. He's not, or if he's speaking up, it's hurtful. So this tells me that it's sort of an unstable relationship. So a relationship, a friendship, a friends with benefits, or a friend who is, acting on behalf of, someone who may be a girlfriend or a boyfriend. And that, I just heard Spirit say it's a little cloudy. And that's what I feel like this is. It's a little bit cloudy. Now, I am sure, as I heard that, I saw this eclipse going on in the background. So things aren't exactly, you see the clouds here? Things aren't exactly clear about how this relationship is going on in the past. You're not really sure if it's a relationship, if it's somebody who wants to communicate, or, maybe you just deal with this person every once in a while because they're really harsh with their words. And they can hurt. They can really hurt. Looking at the information in the middle here, which is the current energy, is I see the Hermit. So it tells me that sometimes you just kind of ignore this person, Cancer, that sometimes, again, that tells me that you ghost them maybe once in a while, that you don't talk to them, only when you kind of want to go out somewhere, hey, do you want to go for a coffee? Maybe when you're lonely or bored. And so that tells me that this really isn't a relationship as traditional relationships would go, that in this current time frame here, that it does have you thinking maybe a little more long term in the current here. So I do see the Hermit. When the Hermit's in place, you're thinking, contemplating, you're trying to move forward in your life, maybe thinking about going a different direction. You can see her headed for the door there. So perhaps looking at going forward by yourself. She's not with anyone. So maybe it's just, it's nice to have someone around once in a while. And other than that, you're kind of really a lone wolf. You're on your own. This Eight of Cups here, though, tells me that, you've sort of cut everyone else out of your life, the ones that never really seemed to serve what you needed. And then you just kind of kept a small circle around you. The Four of Swords here tells me that there's been a lot of hurtful things that have happened for you in the past. The Four of Swords is all about healing. Again, we've got lots of swords here. So 1, 2, 3 cards here so far that are swords. And we're looking at, you healing. Maybe you're not taking care of yourself. Maybe you're not, eating well. Oh, okay. So there was someone that, sorry, I just got a picture of someone who walked out of a room, closed the door, and then put their hands over their eyes. Like, why did I just do that? But I feel as though you feel that, that you were putting your emotions in too many cups. And that is... I'm just going to say it. We can't paint all cancers with one brush, but I am just going to say that sometimes, cancers really are very private. And it depends again on your placements. If you're a triple cancer, chances are you're going to want to be more private than someone who, say, has fire, air, and wands in their chart. Sorry, fire, air, and earth in their chart. So you're probably going to be less private, but if someone, here is looking at all kinds of water in their chart, chances are that person is going to want to stay furthest away. They're going to be in hermit mode a lot of the time. You are thinking about whether or not, though, you are looking for love. Do you want to be, like, how long do you want to be single? How old are you? You're thinking of that. So it's time to go in and... the Four of Swords is about healing. It's about connections and communications you've had that maybe aren't great, and they've caused you to, Four of Swords. Spirit's saying that you keep reliving this. You keep reliving this here. So you keep reliving the King of Swords and going into healing and going back here. Maybe you're... me just listening and thinking. Hang on. Okay, yeah, we're going to clarify this to see what's going on with the King of Swords, but you may have someone in your life who is either Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, and that person's kind of being sharp with you. You go into healing, and then you go back to that person, and then it happens again, and then you go into healing. So I feel like you're tired of going back and forth with the King of Swords energy, and it's time for you to look at the center of things. What is the center of things for you? Maybe it's time that you decided to, hang your hat somewhere rather than, just going about your business with... dating multiple people, which is fine too. I mean, you don't have to be out there looking for a spouse. Not everybody wants to get married, but maybe you're just kind of cutting down your group of people because you feel as though you're putting too much emotion or energy into all these 8 cups, and you just want to kind of get it down to 2. 2 people who are down with how you want to live your life, and they're down with being your +1 whenever you need it. Someone that you're good friends with, that you can watch movies with, hang out, eat popcorn. Also someone that you can take, to a dance, to a wedding, that kind of thing. I'm showing the 6 of Wands here. It tells me that, you want success. You want success in making your decision. You're not exactly sure what you want to do at this time. You don't really, as I see it here, I'm looking at the 4 of Wands in the reverse, and the Hermit, which is Virgo, by the way. The Wands, of course, we know are fire energy, right? And the 6 of Wands is also fire energy. So you want some victory here, but I feel as though after coming out of hermit mode, maybe you do want some victory, but I think your worry is that you're not going to get any reciprocity. So it's kind of, holding back, right? Not really giving it all, not really, Okay, so not really giving of all of yourself, not necessarily giving reciprocity, but sort of taking care of yourself first, and then whatever's left over can be given to someone else. I think that you are feeling bad or about a connection that you've had with somebody, or you feel that someone needs to apologize to you. This is what I see in this Page of Cups here. I see that someone is bringing in some sort of either an apology or something about wanting to have more than just being your plus one. Someone who you've known for a while. Someone who you may have gotten reciprocity out of before and who made the cut from the 8 cups to the 2 cups. Wow, that's confusing. Okay, you know what we'll do? What we'll do is we will clarify. So let me take a look here. Hard to deal with. Then you have to be healed. And then saying sorry. So I think this is a pattern that is repeating. Yeah, I'm seeing a wheel. So Spirit is showing me a wheel, and I'm seeing this pattern repeat. Harsh words, healing, sorry. Harsh words, healing, sorry. Harsh, it keeps going this way. So as I look this way, Knight of Swords is like, hey, you want to go out? Yeah, I do. But we're gonna go Dutch. You're gonna pay for yours. I'm gonna. This way. I'm going to pay for yours. You're going to pay. You're going to pay for yours, and I'm going to pay for mine. So that tells me that that's not really, a relationship that you're in. It's a friendship. It's more of a friendship than anything. Okay. I'm going to try really hard not to throw cards. I shouldn't have said that out loud. I jinxed myself. Okay. So Spirit, we are asking for clarification, please, on the 4 of Wands. We are using the Steampunk Tarot to clarify. 4 of Wands, please. You clarify 4 of Wands. Oops, that's too many. Too many. 4 of Wands, please. There we go. Got 1. What is the 4 of Wands? The 4 of Wands is the Queen of Pentacles. So that tells me that you have met someone who is very kind of, I guess well off. Yeah. Someone who is very stable, someone who is stable in their own life and doesn't really need anyone. So, okay, this makes a better picture. So you're looking for people who are already established in their own life and they don't really need you, Cancer. You're looking for people who are, in their own lives and they are leading themselves to success. You like to be around successful people, but you don't want anyone having to be leaning on you for anything. And so this is why you're looking at someone like the Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is an earth sign. She is Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. And we've got one sticking out here, so I'll just take that. And it looks like we have Page of Swords. So again, somebody wants to talk to you. This Page of Swords, though, if someone is not able to speak with you, Page of Swords, they're going to resort to Googling you. So you might be closed off a bit. And I think that's what this 4 of Wands is in the reverse. You're closed off a bit. You're not giving all the information because you don't really want anybody to be able to track you on the internet. I don't think you're using social media all that much. But you do have connections with the people that you consider to be your close circle. So this person, I think you've picked up, Cancer, somebody who likes you more than you like them. And they are looking for anything they can find on you because you're not sharing a whole lot of information. But of course, we've dropped cards. All right. So we've got these 2. We're looking at the Emperor in reverse. Emperor in reverse is really hard to deal with. We all know that. He's very manipulative. He's throwing tantrums. He's really hard to deal with. Cancer, this could be someone you're dealing with, or it could be someone that is, this could be you, Cancer. Someone who is head of their business, who likes to come out as the boss, likes to come out on top. And then we have the 2 of Wands, which is in the reverse as well, which tells me that you're at the crossroads, but you haven't made a decision, that you haven't necessarily picked anybody. And that makes sense to me. So why is the Knight of Swords here, please? Knight of Swords is here because of the Tower. So the Knight of Swords is about, showing up, just showing up on a whim. You know, the Knight of Swords isn't very intellectual, not super good with words, but has all the information they need in order to bring that into you. I feel as though somebody let something fly. You had called somebody on the spur of the moment and they kind of gave you both barrels. Nope, I'm not dealing with you anymore. I can't do this with you anymore. You know, I'm looking for a relationship. I'm not looking for a +1. Why is the Tower here, please? What are we looking at here for the Tower? Clarify the Tower, please. Clarify the Tower. There we go. We've got the Queen of Cups in reverse. So you've got the Tower and you've got the Queen of Cups in reverse. So you either gave someone hell or someone gave you hell. And you're like, you know, when you're in the reverse, when cups are in the reverse, so Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces, cups are in the reverse, it's, you know, that emotion is pouring out of that cup. So you're trying to do this without getting emotionally attached, is what tells me. And that brings you to the Tower. And you're wondering whether this is the life that you want to have for yourself or not. The King of Swords, we have the 8 of Pentacles in the upright. So the King of Swords tells me that you're working on this with somebody. So you had some harsh words with someone, or they had harsh words with you. Flip it if you need to. It's how it resonates, right? You'd had harsh words with someone and that caused you to go into possibly hermit mode and to do a little bit of self-review. I think that self-mastery is on the table here, and someone probably came to you and said, you know what, I can't deal with you anymore. You need to be less rude than you are being. You need to be a little more emotional. And I think that you kind of took that to heart. You took it to heart and you decided that, you know, you want to be happy. 10 of Cups here. You want to be happy. You don't want to be considered rude or mean, but you do want to fill up your 10 cups, but I think you're filling it up a different way than most people would. You can find happiness alone. You don't necessarily need to be with someone to find your happiness, Cancer. Why is the Hermit card here, please? Why is Hermit here? Clarify the Hermit, please. What is the Hermit? The Hermit is 6 of Pentacles. So you're in hermit mode, wondering why you, wondering who you want to give the reciprocity to. Who is it that you want to, be on an even keel with? Who is the most important person that you would like to be your +1? And I think that you're thinking about either a Virgo, because the Hermit card is Virgo, or it's Taurus or Capricorn. Do you want to let them in a little bit? Do you want to let them know more about you so you can give and take a little more with them? Then I see the Knight of Swords is in the upright. So that tells me that you may just go to this person and say, you know what, I really like you. I don't want you out of my life. So let's figure out a way that we can do this, that we are not stuck to each other. Because I think the person that you have with you doesn't want to be stuck to you either. The 8 of Cups here is 4 of Swords. And 4 of Swords is about you having to heal yourself. Okay, so the 8 of Cups here is the... is you know, heading off to find the other 2 cups, you know, something that you can deal with that's, you know, you don't want to spread yourself too thin. You feel like you're giving too much emotion to the 8 cups. And so you leave them, you decide you don't need that anymore. And you go off to find the 2, you're kind of narrowing it down. But I feel as though this was a rough place for you to be. This hermit mode here was a rough place for you to be, and so it's going to require for you to be, for you to do some healing. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. So Ace of Pentacles is about something that's brand new, that's lucrative. It could be about money. It could be about love. So perhaps you are going off to find that love. Maybe you are going off to give somebody some sort of a, what's the word I'm looking for? Some sort of an offer, but I don't feel it is a, you know, plant this pentacle kind of offer. I feel like it's, you know what, let's have some fun. You can see the right here, the pot of gold here. Yeah, we both have our own pot of gold. Let's have some fun. Let's do some things together. But, you know, maybe we don't necessarily need to be stuck to each other because I don't want to get hurt. Why is the Four of Swords here, please? Oops. Four of Swords. Four of Swords gives me the Nine of Pentacles, which tells me that that could definitely be an earth sign. So you're healing because the earth sign said to you, no, 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 no. No, that's not the way it goes for me. You either are in or you are out. And we have to come to an agreement together. And if we don't, I'm just going to consider that deceptive. Now, I feel like your earth sign has feelings for you that they're not telling you about. And I think this could be why you are in the Four of Swords mentality, that you're trying to heal because you don't want to be attached to this this person here, the Nine of Pentacles, this Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. This person has their own business. They're very they're doing very well all by themselves. They don't need you. And that's why you pick these kinds of people. They really don't need you. But do you feel that it's deceit when that person does go off and date someone else? I feel like there's a little bit of jealousy here. Maybe it's not, I wouldn't call it jealousy, but maybe it just is under your last nerve a little bit that this person would go out with someone because you think that you're the better catch. The Two of Pentacles, again, tells me, you know, away from the 8, gone for the 2. I feel like you're juggling the 2 of them here. And every once in a while, you throw yourself into hermit mode and you ghost both of them because you're not really sure what you're doing yet. You're still dealing with pain. Someone has hurt you terribly in the past. You want to come to the end of your pain here. And I think you do that by hanging out with the Empress. The Empress is Taurus. And the Empress is someone who is very connected with spirit, someone who, you know, can probably read you really well because you are a water sign. And the Empress is very intuitive, and so your energies mix really well. In fact, Taurus and Cancer at one time back in the day used to be the same sign, and then they were split. So you and the Taurus get along really well. And this is where I see the Four of Wands coming up in the upright. So I think you have feelings for the Taurus, and you're not telling anybody. That's the deceit. But you still haven't made a decision as to whether or not you want to walk away completely or not. So you keep going in and out of ghosting. You're scared. You're afraid of something. I don't know if it's afraid that you'll have to share if you get into a relationship that you may have to share your stuff, or yeah. But you still haven't decided, you know, whether or not you're gonna keep the 2. You are gonna walk away from the 8 for sure, but you haven't decided who of the 2 you're gonna spend your time with. Six of Wands. Why is this success here? Six of Wands tells me that it brings up is clarified by the Page of Wands, and that tells me that good news is coming. That, you know, if you were to talk to this Taurus, it could be positive news. That person could say, look, I don't want to be stuck to you either. Let's just be friends and hang out whenever we each need a +1. And this is also a different path in love. And then we have the Five of Wands. So you are, you know, you like to have the success at any cost. Oh, Cancer, are you playing with someone's emotions? Is that what you're doing? Six of Wands, you want success. Page of Wands, different direction in love. Five of Wands, winning at any cost. And a little bit of arguing here and there, if I'm being honest. Six of Pentacles. Can we please have Six of Pentacles clarified? And the Six of Pentacles tells me, oh, shocker, that we've got the Four of Pentacles here, which tells me that you're really not open to giving reciprocity to anyone at this time, that it's all about you. And that's cool too. If that's what you want and that's what you know, it's all about you and that person's okay with it, then by all means. Do we have any other clarifications here? We dropped another card. Shocker. All right. So we do have fast moving energy, we have the 8 of Wands, and then we have the 9 of Cups, wishes and hopes. Wishes, hopes, and dreams. And that is that your 6 of Pentacles is in the reverse. That your wishes and dreams is to be single. You're not really looking at giving up anything to anybody, including a whole bunch of emotions. So you're keeping yourself at arm's length, right? You're keeping yourself at, you're keeping yourself 6 feet apart. Room for a Bible in between people. Okay, so we have the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is the Moon card. So yeah, you feel like you need to offer somebody an apology here for this constant back and forth of we get upset, we argue, we go into healing, and then we apologize to each other, and round we go. So sometimes you'll apologize, sometimes you're not down with it. And that tells me that you have a little bit of fear, card of Cancer and Pisces, that you have a little bit of fear with having to deal with someone in a relationship on a regular basis. Is there anything else for the Page of Cups, please? Page of Cups. And we have one more card to the floor, but of course, there we go. All right, so we have being a little bit scared of wanting to give anybody an apology or wanting to give them your cup of love. Then we have the World. I think you're just going to decide that you're best off on your own. You're just going to close the chapter. You're best off on your own. You guys are going to have a conversation about that. You're going to be very honest and tell them, it could be that I'm cutting you out, but I need to close this chapter because it is time for me to move on and take care of me. Yeah, you've been hurt, Cancer, and I feel like it was so deep that I don't know that you'll recover, because you are very deep and you hurt very deep. We have the 5 of Swords. You're going to get that done at any cost. You're going to talk to that person, whomever it is. I think it's an earth sign. I think it's Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. I have a feeling it's a Taurus only because the Emperor showed up here. And I feel like you're just going to tell your person that, you know what, we can't do a relationship. That's not what we're doing here. That, you know, it's good if we're each other's +1, but I'm not interested in being in a relationship of any kind. All right. Which ones was I drawing? Surrender. That's what I was doing. Okay. So I'm going to ask for, at the end of this reading here, just going to ask for a surrender card. Just one for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, please. What should Cancer surrender to? Cancer, you got to surrender to joy, man. Look at that. Oops. Look at that. It's time to be happier than you used to be. So it says, a key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it. Indulge in random acts of smiling during both hard and easy times. Keep surrendering to more joy. And I think that's going to bring things into perspective for you here. That right now you're scared to be on either side of the line where we kind of are dating, and the line where, you know, now we've gone overboard and now you want to marry me, or I want to marry you, and I don't want to get into that energy any further. I hope somebody needed to hear that, because it was sort of very confusing. You might be dealing with the Queen of Wands as well, who is a fire sign. So Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. So it could be either earth or fire. And yeah, that's all I have for you here, Cancer. And we're going to do this. Hi. We are a little bit wobbly here, but you know what? As I get a little more time to do what I'm doing here, we're going to get a little better at it. So thank you very much for coming to my channel. Don't forget that if you do need a reading, you can reach me at elsie@tenofcupstarot.ca. I also have a website, www.tenofcupstarot.ca. I am currently kind of caught up on readings. I'm taking readings for the following week. And if you're interested in doing that, don't forget. Also, there's a link down there for GELMOMENT, which is my gel nails. And if you're interested in looking there, really reasonably priced, or interested in being on my team, if you're from Australia, Canada, or the US, I'm looking for people to be on my gel team. So if you're interested in doing that, Yeah, you can do that all yourself. I'm just saying. Okay, I'm gonna go. Thank you. Mwah. Thanks for coming by. Bye-bye.